evening, ladies and gentlemen. And I was going to say I'm the first to talk, so I'd like to be the first to welcome you, but I guess I'm actually the second to talk. I'll be the second of a number to welcome you. But welcome, and thank you for finding time in your diaries to be with us tonight. Lord Lieutenant said thank you also for joining us this evening. You heard my name. My name's Ian Robinson. I'm Chairman of the Reserve Forces and Cadets Association for Yorkshire and the Humber. We're here this evening to formally acknowledge and celebrate commitment and dedication of a number of reserves and adult volunteers of the cadet forces. And this evening is an evening of celebration. So I don't want to take too much time standing talking, but I never miss the opportunity to tell you a little bit about the Reserve Forces and Cadets Association. We have the pleasure of funding and enabling this evening to take place. Queen's Own Yeomanry have had the pleasure of doing it all for us. So I'd like to thank the Commanding Officer for enabling that, making it happen. My association supports all three reserve forces in the region. We provide and maintain accommodation for the reserves, and we have a sort of weather eye on the welfare of people who walk this fairly difficult tightrope between military service and a civilian life. And there's an organisation that sits in the community that enables us to look at both sides and actually flag up to the Ministry of Defence if things are going wrong. We also provide the infrastructure. I was going to say for all the cadet forces, it's not. We provide the infrastructure for the Army Cadet Force and the Air Training Corps, and we look out for the Sea Cadet Corps and do things where we can. Slightly different operating arrangements, but we have an overarching responsibility for the welfare of the cadets. The cadet forces in this region, indeed the cadet forces nationally, are thriving. They are providing an opportunity for the citizens of tomorrow to be able to demonstrate that they're able to make it, and by God, they're actually doing it, and they're contributing to the community in a phenomenal manner. And that is in large part due to the commitment and contribution by the adult volunteers, which again is why we're here tonight. So I'm going to shut up. The RFCA is here to help make it happen. These are the guys and guyesses that have made it happen. Without your support, they wouldn't be able to do that, so thank you. And I'll sit down, we'll get on with the evening, and say thank you very much to these people. Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, just to introduce the Lord Lieutenant's certificate. It is an award in recognition of exceptional service by a volunteer. It is intended to supplement honours bestowed by Her Majesty the Queen in the New Year and birthday honours list. In precedence, ranks after such awards. It is an award of high merit, of which a recipient may be justly proud. Lord Lieutenant certificates may be awarded to any serving volunteer of whatever rank for exceptional service over a period of time. Lieutenant Commander John Ward. Lieutenant Commander Ward joined the Sea Cadets in 1984 and quickly made his mark. He is affable, intelligent, willing to take responsibility, and has a rapport with young people. Quickly identified as a person who could organise and make things happen, he was commissioned in 1984 as a sub-lieutenant, and notably he was top of the selection process. He was promoted to lieutenant in 1988. During his time with Fighting Sea Cadets, he rose to be second in command and was instrumental in the unit becoming the top unit in the eastern area, before winning the Canada Trophy, the top unit in the country, 400 units. In 1997, he was looking to take command of the fighting unit, but instead moved to a district post as the training master, a position ideally suited to him in his paid, non-volunteer role, as he is a school teacher. After steering the training organisation in the district, he was appointed to lead the area training team in 2000, and promoted to Lieutenant Commander. For the last 11 years, John has been the influential figure in organising area level training for the many volunteer adults across the whole of the Sea Cadet Training Corps Eastern area, including large inputs into the national headquarters team to improve the training provided. Part of the lifeboat crew at Filey John has truly spent much of his spare time in support of community life and is strongly recommended for the award of a Lord Lieutenant's certificate. My Lord, Lieutenant Commander John Ward. And then joined the regular army with the 1st Battalion, the Duke of Wellington Regiment, in May 1977. On completion of basic training, he was sent to Bradford for the fireman's strike of 1977, where he spent 4 months working as a crew member of a Green Goddess fire appliance, prior to his first posting to Germany to join his battalion. During time with the battalion, he spent 3 operational tours of Northern Ireland, including a 2-year tour, and worked with the Close Observation Platoon, a role which required particular skill sets to get through the selection process. Promoted to corporal, his next posting was to Gibraltar, followed by a tour of Belize, and it was whilst at these 2 locations that he developed his passion for sub-aqua diving and became an army diving instructor. From Belize, he attended the sniper instructor's course at Warminster, prior to becoming a recruit training instructor at the King's Division Depot, Queen Elizabeth Barracks, Strensall. Promoted to sergeant and posted back to the 1st Battalion, he then carried out his final tour of Northern Ireland as a multiple commander and left the regular army in this rank in 1989, following 11 years' service. In 1991, he rejoined the 3rd Battalion, the Yorkshire Volunteers, and became the platoon sergeant with the Wrecking Platoon, prior to promotion to colour sergeant and then warrant officer, whereupon he took over the running of the recruit reception training team as company sergeant major for the newly formed East and West Riding Regiment. Upon consolidation of all TA recruit training within 15 Brigade at the Regional Training Centre, Warrant Officer Whiteley joined the organisation and took up a full-time reserve service posting in 2008. He has worked here successfully ever since, instrumental in the setting up and managing of the recruit selection wing. He has overseen several hundred new recruits successfully joining the Territorial Army. Warrant Officer Whiteley lives with his partner Tina, daughter Holly, and he has 2 sons, Carl and Gavin, who are both presently serving with the Royal Engineers. His passion for diving has seen him raise significant amounts of money for the RNLI through entry into the likes of the London Marathon and the Great North Run. My Lord, Warrant Officer Kevin Whiteley.